Band-Aids. Probably not the best product to lead off with.
One box of Band-Aids should last your entire life. This is a one-time purchase. When you die, you should have leftover Band-Aids for generations to come.
Luckily, Johnson & Johnson has many other products that give them lots of recurring revenue. Tylenol, Neutrogena, sunscreen, shampoo. These are just a few of Johnson & Johnson's many consumer staple products, and this company does so much more. Today we're going to be talking about none other than one of the greatest dividend-paying stocks of all time, JNJ. Let's get started. Johnson & Johnson is a company that's been around for 140 years, and it's raised its dividend every year for nearly 60 years. The current dividend yield sits around 2.5%. During the pandemic, during the vaccine race, lots of people were asking me, what do you think of Moderna and these other companies? Who should I buy? Should I invest in these companies for vaccines? My answer was always, why invest in anyone but Johnson & Johnson? Them getting a vaccine before they already did would have just been a bonus, and in the meantime, you're investing in a fantastic company you can hold forever, most likely pass down to the next generation, and continue to collect this dividend that is growing. Johnson & Johnson has a huge pipeline of consumer staple products as well as medical devices and pharmaceutical drugs. We're going to talk about all that today, take a look at their revenues and whether I think the company is a buy. So we take a look at their 2020 financial results here. Johnson & Johnson has a market cap of over $430 billion. This is a company that brings in $82 billion in revenue internationally. So that's another great thing about this company. Over 50% of their revenue is derived from internationally or outside of the US. So this is a company that brings you great diversity. And as you can see, there are three main segments here that I just touched on. They bring in about $14 billion from their consumer health sales, $45 billion from pharmaceutical sales, and $23 billion from their medical device sales. Here you get a look at their regional sales. So we've got US, Europe, Asia, Africa. Now this is not a company that you're going to double your money overnight or in a year, but it is a great company to hold long term. And as I was talking about in my last video, dividend stocks in general that have been around a long time act as a great hedge during volatile times. So like we've been seeing lately, speculative plays are taking a big hit, but J&J is up or staying steady. And when you're just in it for dividends and cash flow, you don't really need to worry about the price of the stock. Now, as you can see here, their gross profit from 2020 was up a little bit from 2019, 7.7% increase. Again, nothing major, but you're going to expect slow and steady growth with this company. And it's also good to see that they allocate a significant portion of their revenue to research and development. As you can see here, almost 18% of their sales they allocate to research and development. R&D is of pivotal importance, enabling these companies to stay at the forefront, stay ahead of the competition. If a company does not spend any money or not enough on R&D, they will be ousted by a newer, more innovative company. So R&D is a great way to measure a company's sustainability. It's good to see them spending a good chunk on R&D. J&J's net earning is 22%. And if we take a look here on macro trends, there's a chart showing J&J's gross, operating, and net profit margins. So they have great margins, gross profit of 65%, operating margin comes in around 20%, and their net profits around 17-18%. A very sustainable company. So as far as if right now is a good time to buy Johnson & Johnson, I think this is a company that it's always a good time to buy. The PE ratio right now sits around 29 price to earnings, which is a little high, but it's still lower than the S&P 500's PE ratio, which is around 40 right now. I think with Johnson & Johnson, you don't need to worry too much about getting this. It's hard to get this company on sale. It doesn't drop very often. During the pandemic, it went down to maybe 52 weeks. It was down to maybe the 120s. And if you're investing for dividends and cash flow, you don't really need to worry a whole lot about the price. Obviously, it's always good to buy something that's undervalued versus overvalued. But I think where it sits right now, it's a good place to start a position if you don't already have any. I'm definitely going to continue, averaging in a little at a time. If there were to be a major pullback for some reason, then I think that would be a great buying opportunity. So let me know what you think of Johnson & Johnson in the comments below. Are you a shareholder? Why or why not? What are your favorite dividend stocks? Let me know what you want to see more of in the future. This is Vinny from the Investment Club, and I'll see you next time.